ISO. Edwards. Step back over KD. Pure!
For Minnesota, the gang rebounding has been fantastic.
A 39-22 advantage on the glass for the Wolves. Edwards. Cash! Oh, it's on, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, baby. KD loves it.
Offensive foul through Eubanks.
When you seen this, you probably already thought, what the is KD laughing about? He just got cooked, barbecued. Put him on a plate with a side of mashed potatoes because he's well done. But I believe Kevin knows what is transforming before his eyes, and, along with a few others, got next. Shipped from LA to OKC after his rookie year as a part of the Paul George trade, SGA took a sizable leap in 1920 season under the tutelage of Chris Paul, turning into one of the league's bright young spots. As you can see, he is more than a fashion icon, but I must say he do be PTSO. He believes this guy was more deserving of this year's MVP award, being that he averaged 30 and clinching the #1 spot in a stacked Western Conference despite the crazed man from Serbia averaging a triple-double. The mid-game is very much alive with SGA. He usually does not drive with his head down because he doesn't have to, but his wingspan allows him to dribble the ball so low even if he doesn't have his shoulders down. Unlike other players that penetrate, he drives with his shoulders up, bumps, and shoot that mid-range. The rest is read and react.
Man, y'all gonna let the white dude get the ball the whole game? That's crazy. He looked me dead in my face. He said, that motherfucker cold.
Luka has probably accomplished the most outside of the duo I will bring up later. He is this year's scoring champion and is looking to add NBA champ to his resume as I am making this video. He doesn't let anyone speed him up, and he is big and strong enough to set the tone against any opponent. With his size, touch, and basketball IQ, he punishes defenders as he gets closer to the basket. Not only does he have floaters, step backs, and a layup package, but can also back you down to the block and go to work. To be quite frank, Luka is simply a bucket getter. Many people take first glance and think, how in the world can he hang with freak athletes, and it's simply because he is one also in his own right, but not how your eyes are trained to see them. Through great balance and coordination, he has mastered the art of deceleration, which leaves defenders guessing every time. Last but not least, he is a ball-dominant 6'7" point guard. Now ask yourself, who else is around that height and can be a ball-dominant PG? Meet the youngest player on the list, Michael Jordan Jr. Oops, I mean Anthony Edwards. Besides the obvious look-alike factor, there is good reason why the young star is already being compared to the great one. His attitude, play style, aura, and mentality resembles that of a young Jordan. As seen earlier in the video with KD, Edwards embraces the big moments regardless of his lack of experience and has taken this year's playoffs by storm. Edwards is a dynamic scorer who is at his best taking the ball to the paint and using his power and explosive athleticism to score the ball over length. He can hit the step-back jumper, has smooth three-point range, and is a threat to score every time he touches the ball. As I edit this video, he helped his team get past the reigning NBA champs in the Denver Nuggets in a Game 7, I may add, and he now battles the second person on this list, Luka Magic, who is the only person in his way to a finals appearance, which seems so fast for a very, very young talent. Anthony Edwards has been a revelation for Minnesota. In his 4 seasons with the team, He has helped to lead them to the playoffs 3 times. He possesses all the talent that you want from a player on the court while also exhibiting the characteristics that come with someone that is the face of a franchise. But Anthony Edwards is not only the face of the Minnesota Timberwolves, he is on track to be the face of the entire league. When I watch Tyrese Halliburton play the game, he just always looks like he is having fun. His up-tempo and eccentric pace is ironic, hence who he plays for. Many people will probably think it's not enough being produced by Tyrese to place him among these rants, but I beg to differ. Rather you think he is a steam player or not. Him and Siakam are the main reasons his Pacers sit in the Eastern Conference Finals. A quick guard. Shows a nice first step going in either direction and doesn't have much trouble penetrating and getting to the paint or turning the corner in the pick and roll. For Halliburton, it was just the way he had always played. His father, John States, who had raised him on a steady diet of Magic Johnson highlights, marveling about the speed, the connection. He was taught that the game is an open floor, and he learned to read it with the help of a PlayStation. Honestly, a lot of my hoop knowledge in knowing how to play comes from video games, Halliburton says. When you're playing 2K and you're on that camera angle where you can see everything ahead of you, that's how I think sometimes. Most players in the NBA are brought in to fill a role, and some to address a team's specific weakness. The Pacers brought in Halliburton to change everything. The style, the culture, the future. The 23-year-old point guard with the megawatt smile comes in, eager to turn every teammate who runs with him into a living, breathing highlight. We now have the elderly folks of this group of quote-unquote young stars, with the J&J tandem who have had the numbers for quite some time now, but I will still group them with the next faces because they just haven't quite been able to sustain a chip. Currently up 2-0 to Halliburton and company. Maybe this is it. Jason has a full assortment of effective hard jab steps, crossovers, quick spins, dirt fadeaways, and in and out dribbles to get his defender off balance and create separation. You name it, he likely has it in his arsenal. Jalen is a very similar player who has a game more like Jimmy Butler, but one thing I will say about Brown is that his clutch gene has been showing as of late. Some nights he is Robin to Jason Batman, but recently he definitely seems more like the Black Knight of this year's Boston team. Tatum and Brown have been very close to a title a few numbers of times by now, but they are both great players on the best put together team in basketball, and this can be a huge plus but still yet hinder basketball critics' opinion and perspective. Of the two, these two time to bask in glory is literally like right now as in ASAP, with no Chef Curry or King James in the way, but even with the mega stars of the 2010s out of sight, we can only wait and see do they stand on business in this year's biggest stage. You probably thinking it's guys like Giannis, Embiid, and Jokic walking around, but this video was intended to focus on who could potentially be the face of the league, not just win but in the fashion this new generation could grow to love and adore, just like we did the Durants, Harden, Bronze and Currys of the world. I believe these guys mentioned mark a new era, and you know what they say, the cream always rise to the top, so I'm very excited to see which of these ballers do exactly that.
You ask me, this is a new era. Yes, it's a new era, and why are we so melancholy about it? Be excited.
Sorry. I'm excited.
About the
it's a new era. Anthony Edwards is here. Is that
yes,
better?
Have you not seen, I know you have, but has America not seen Anthony Edwards? Have you not seen Victor Wembanyama?
Yeah.
These guys are extremely exciting. I couldn't be more excited, so let's embrace that.
Great point.
I am embracing